Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really fundamental about buildings and, well, your money.
That's right. We're talking about heat load calculation. Sounds a bit technical, maybe.
Yeah, it does, but stick with us because understanding this directly impacts how much you spend on energy month after month.
It's all about those long-term operating costs. Getting this calculation right is, well, it's key.
So we're going to explore what goes into these numbers, why they matter so much for your wallet, and we even found a pretty interesting story about someone trying to use AI for this.
Yeah, that was something else. But first, let's talk efficiency. Accurately figuring out a building's heating and cooling needs, it isn't just about feeling comfortable.
It's about the money, right, the efficiency.
Exactly. It's about long-term financial health for your building, really.
Really?
Think about it. If your HVAC system is too big,
Wastes energy, I bet, turning on and off all the time.
precisely. Short cycling. It wears out faster, too. And if it's too small,
It runs constantly, struggling, costs a fortune.
you got it. It just can't keep up. Your bills go up. And again, the equipment doesn't last as long. So getting that load calculation spot on means real long-term savings on your operating costs.
Okay, so it's clearly important.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things actually influence these calculations? What are we talking about here?
Oh, quite a lot. Beyond the basics, like, how big the building is or which way it faces.
The orientation, yeah.
Right. It gets really granular. We're talking insulation levels, R values, U values, how they work together. The local climate is huge, obviously. Sun angles, humidity, even things happening inside the building.
Like people, lights.
Yep. People generate heat, lights do, appliances. And then there are things you might not even think about.
Go sit.
Like, where exactly are the windows? What kind of glass is it? Do you have curtains or blinds?
The shading.
Exactly.
Right.
Or overhangs outside. All these little details can seriously change how much heat gets in or out.
Yeah.
And that directly hits your energy use. It's quite the puzzle.
It really sounds like it. So many moving parts. How do professionals actually get these numbers right then? How do they do it?
Well, the traditional methods, like the ones ASHRA sets out, that's the big engineering society for this stuff.
Okay, ASJLU.
Yeah. Their methods are intense, really rigorous. You need detailed information on basically every part of the building.
Every wall, every window.
Pretty much. You're using complex formulas, looking up values in massive tables. It's all about calculating heat moving through materials. It takes time and expertise.
Wow. Okay, so this leads to that interesting story we mentioned. We saw this Reddit thread.
Yeah.
Someone tried using ChatGPT for a heat load calculation.
Right. Yeah, I saw that too. An interesting idea, maybe, as an experiment.
But what was the verdict from people who actually, do this for a living?
The consensus was pretty clear. Definitely don't do that.
Uh-huh. Okay. Why not?
Well, look, general AI, like ChatGPT, is amazing at language patterns, but it doesn't understand the physics, not in the way you need for this.
It misses the details.
Totally. It can't grasp the specifics of your building, like exactly how a window is sealed or the complexities of how the building is oriented beyond just facing south,
Right.
or thermal bridging.
Those little spots where heat just bypasses the insulation. Sneaky.
Exactly. Tiny pathways that wreck your efficiency. An AI calculation based on general data could be wildly off. We're talking potentially very costly mistakes.
So installing the wrong size system based on a bad number.
Precisely. That's why specialized software exists, Programs like Elite CHVSC or Trace 700, they're built specifically to handle all these interacting factors accurately. They factor in materials, schedules, everything.
Got it. So the specialized tools are essential for accuracy that AI just can't match right now.
At least not the general purpose AI we see today. Not for this kind of critical calculation.
So bringing this all together for our listeners, it's obviously not just about picking the right furnace or AC unit size initially, is it? There's more to the operating cost picture.
Absolutely. It's the whole system. You could have the perfect load calculation, the perfect unit size, but if your ducts leak like a sieve...
All that careful calculation goes out the window, right?
Right.
Air leaking out, energy wasted.
Exactly. Good load calculations actually factor in everything. They consider the heat from the fans moving the air, the ventilation needed for fresh air, ducts leakage allowances. It's holistic.
Okay, so it's about optimizing the entire system for real-world performance, which ultimately saves you money on those operating costs.
That's the goal. True building performance and energy efficiency, leading to lower bills.
So really understanding what goes into a heat load calculation helps you understand where your energy dollars are actually going.
Precisely. This deep dive really shows that careful design, from insulation to windows to ducts, It all adds up to real savings and better comfort over the long haul.
Which leaves us with a thought, doesn't it? Maybe take a look around your own space. What are the biggest heat generators? Or where do you feel the drafts, the heat leaking out?
Yeah, could making one small informed change based on maybe understanding your specific situation better lead to some surprising long-term savings on that energy bill? Something to think about.